Let's talk about Cam A or Cam B.
One choice, two options, and no takebacks. It's time for Cam A or Cam B.
So every decision in filmmaking changes the final product. So what happens when you have two paths to choose from? This is Cam A or Cam B, where we break down two filmmaking industry choices and decide which one is a better move. Lights, camera, let's debate. What is the best goal for indie filmmakers? Is it a theatrical release or is it a digital first release? So there are some pros and cons. Let's talk about Cam A, which is a theatrical release as an end goal for your film. Pros are prestige, clout, legacy, your poster on a real theater. It's kind of a bucket list moment for filmmakers. Gives you an opportunity to be reviewed by major outlets like Hollywood Reporter and Variety. It feeds into award season eligibility, Oscars, Indie Spirit Awards, and it gives you potential to build grassroots buzz, especially with regional and specialty runs. Downsides are, though, that they are expensive and they're risky. Marketing costs can easily exceed the cost of your production. It's harder to fill seats unless you've got a star, a hook, or you kind of have a miracle type of idea. Box office splits are pretty brutal, especially because it's so expensive to run a theater. You're keeping maybe 30 to 40%, and that's if you are an indie filmmaker and you 100% own what it is that you're releasing. It's very, very small if you are doing this as a part of a studio deal. Theaters are often skeptical of true indies without a distributor behind them. It's just kind of a fact of life. So here's who I think theatrical releases are best for. One being filmmakers that are aiming for like a festival to theatrical experience, prestige, people that are chasing awards or are trying to impress future financiers, people that already have followings, people that are being championed by others already versus trying to build their career from scratch. Especially vanity projects that have money behind them. That's not me trying to throw shade, but some of the best films out there are, I would think Coda's like a really good example of, they had money behind them, and that gave them a good theatrical run on top of having a great movie, and that led into awards. The flip side of this is Cam B, which is a digital first release. The pros and cons, on the pro side, you have more control. You get to choose the platform, the marketing, the timing, if the film is good, and you can cross all the T's and dot all the I's for the legalities of ending up on a streaming platform. There are lower upfront costs with better long-tail earning potential via AVOD, SVOD, and TVOD distribution. It's easier global reach. You don't have to worry about trying to get your film into global theaters. You can stream in 50 countries simultaneously while you're sipping coffee. It's not a lot of work involved after it goes live, except maybe running ads to these platforms and data. Like, you get data from these. You get insights into who's watching and how, which is super valuable for your next project. There are the downsides, though. It's pretty hard to stand out on a streaming platform. You're one of thousands of films released online. On any given day, you're fighting for the top spot, and if you have a bad debut, then the algorithm is going to bury you. There's less prestige. You don't get the red carpet. You don't get local press. There's no fancy laurels. It still requires a serious marketing effort, or you're kind of just whispering into the void. And reviewers may skip it entirely unless you really hustle to keep them on top of it. So it's probably best for true indie filmmakers that are focused on building their career, not just necessarily the moment of a film. If it is your first project, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to have to go direct to streaming. You may get a festival appearance or two, but it's probably not going to be a breakout. At least the odds are against you. It happens, but the odds are against you. And if you're a micro budget project, you're a niche genre film, or somebody who wants full ownership of your release strategy, then this is kind of the thing for you. And to me, that means that Cam B, that direct to digital, is probably the better option, especially from a sustainability perspective. Unless you've got a distributor, you are an award season play, or you have like really rich parents, or have a title of executive producer. The digital first path is kind of the only pragmatic path for you. To me, Cam A to do a theater release is super tempting, but digital release gives you an opportunity to build something, specifically your audience, and your audience is your power in this business. All right, that's Cam A or Cam B.